Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live stream. Let's see what we have. This is going to be one live stream that I have not done before. This is the first of this type. And let's see how it goes. This is not really on subject, although I'll find a way to make it on subject. The title isn't very captivating. It's not something that'll get hundreds of people here. But I feel like the ones who wait, I say that and there's 180 concurrent viewers. Thank you everyone for coming. So this stream is aimed at the ones who want to meet me, look at me, talk with me. And honestly, I have nothing planned. It's just to chill. So I hope we get something out of this. Hello, Nick Karyal. Hello, Warn Ukraine. Hello, Belikov Dmitry. Hello, Kang U. Hello, Muhammad Nihal. Hello, One Big Revolution. Hello, Irna 785. Hello, Nick Karyal. Hello, Galin. Hello, Principled Uncertainty. Hello, Bumpy. Hello, Sean Bumstead. Hello, JG. Hello, Grigori Alexander, Russian supporter, are you? Hello, Mingomes. Hello, Andreas Leshna. Hello, European Gringo. Hello, Lord Ducarius. Hello, Tristan Serets. Hello, Mohammed Hanihali again. C. Gross 71. Balalaika Emrit S. John Michael Angelo. One Big Revolution. Sean Bumstead. You guys are going faster than I can read. Ivan Koslov, your attacks. ABSS, Kun U, Set, Tom FD, original creative name. Nepe, Jeppe Mathisen. Balalaika again, your attacks. Jan Miller, Arda Wood, Design Lab, Thomas Gadget, Manhi Legna, Tommy Brunel, Ermin Badeau, AST, Eblevinda, Rigox 10. Hello from Spain. The name is simple. Deuce. Man, where are you from? I'm half Egyptian, half Danish. John Michael Angulo. Inayat Nasari, Mr. Long Island. Kikila 007. Salam bro. Walaikum salam. Katalin Parashiv. Magna Carta. Henk Nation. Your updates are very nice. I look forward to them every day. They arrive usually right as I get out of work. Very nice. Cesar, Jean Paul, Lars Krömer, Namshi Ayushev, Vladimir Sivkovic, and New Wave, Job Editions, El Glen, Ingmar, Oldenburg, Weep Speak Arabic, أحكي عربي لي أكلمك باللغة العربية باللهجة المصرية باللهجة المصري. European Gringo, Paula Hidi, Asamir Raki, Justice for Sad Alfred, Markil, that is been a while, Markil, it's been a while. Gmail Mail, Meister E, Vijayara Havan, Sirinivasan, NC, Asuya Apusia, Facundo Corradini, Him North, Lord Ducarius, Mary Ginger, John Clark, but I almost said your name again. Okay. Too many hellos. There continues being new people. Okay, what am I going to talk about? That is a question that has come from many people. So, what exactly am I going to be doing? That is a great question. Keep asking, because then I'll figure it out. So, what questions do you have? What do you want to talk about? Anything, just come at me, bro. I'm so mad, bro. Same. I'm mad. I'm angry. Can't do this anymore, man. I'm eating candy, and I should stop eating candy so I can lose weight. talk about Sudan. Honestly, I have not had time to focus on Sudan. How well do you speak Arabic? I used to I used to speak it better. Now it's limited. I will need to get like some professional help, some coaching, some teaching, so that I can speak it properly again. I want to increase my Arabic from a simple level to a moderate to high level. What do you think about the Citadel area? Okay, let's look at. Okay, let's look at this. Let's see how does it work. Can I make this right here? Yeah, it's not showing. Okay, let's try add display capture, Telegram, going to be, no, it's not display, not display. Delete, delete. It is window capture, add, window capture, Telegram. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to make it right here. Going to cut off the edges. Going to make it tall so that it is clear. So here we look at Telegram. Then we can look at some of the updates, and I can post this update I recently found on Twitter, and it includes this video here. Can I also add Chrome here? Will it show? There we go. Yeah, Twitter right here. So we can see this video here. It shows, what does it show? Let's take a look at what it shows. Ooh, that's an explosion. Whoa. So there's an explosion. What does this say? I have no idea, to be honest. I don't even understand. I put this on Google Translate, didn't say anything. But then according to this Twitter user, Suka, Prigozhin claims true, and then he shows this map claiming this area has been taken under Russian control. Then I look back at it, and this road here, right here, this looks like the main street. And then we see there's this open area in the middle. Right here. This must be the main street. Okay, now let's compare this to the map. I will take a look at the map as well. Right here. Okay, let's take a look at the map. Compare it. Could it be this area? Could it be this area right here? Right here. Could it be this area? 162. 100. Yep. This is the building. So there's an explosion here. Now let's put this into Google Translate. Joint work of aerial reconnaissance of the 127th Separate Brigade of the Troop and Artillery of the 2nd Mechanized Battalion, Wolverine of the 67th Separate Mechanized Brigade. Direct hit on the firing point of Wagner, from which fire was fired from a machine gun and RPG. So he claims this building, which had an explosion, is Ukrainian forces attacking Wagner forces. And if we look at the map, then this is the building. So we can now determine, based on that video and that information, that the map looks a bit more like this. At the very least, looks like this. So that is how I work. What do you guys think of how I work? Only problem is the accent. You can learn an accent. We talk about Sudan. Honestly, I don't know about Sudan. when Bakhmut battle will end, at least this month. I hope. I believe. I hope, because then I can finally move on to the next city that I can milk for a year so that I can get some more subscribers and views. Because that is exactly how this works. How many other mobilizations do you think Ukraine can make? Who knows? Unless they run out. Yo, Weeb Union, you're actually smart ASF. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's put it on this instead. There we go. And then I hide this and keep this here. So based on this, I can now edit the map. So I post it on my Telegram and then I copy. So yeah, let me see. So I then edit the map accordingly. I add this right here to the Bakhmut recap May. I add it right here. And then we name it. And there we go. That is map update on that. Right there. All right. Can I look? There we go. Look at the chat again. Does anyone know the reason for this spontaneous live? No, no one knows. Even I don't know. Okay, the reason for this is because I thought, okay, I made a very thorough analysis, and according to Blocky Tart, I'm smart. So I made this very smart analysis. I thought, okay, I as a person, I work. My work is currently studying, and my work is YouTube. I do daily reports on the war in Ukraine. How much money I get and how much everything I do has value. If I have low value or if I have high value depends on my production. What do I make? How do I present it? And a lot of other factors. So I thought, okay, if my value increases, so should the amount of money I make, so should everything positive that comes out of this come to me. So how do I raise my value? Then I thought, okay, what is the number one question answer today? The number one question answer today isn't Google. It is ChatGPT. So I asked ChatGPT, how do I, as a YouTuber, increase my value? It answered, connect with your fans, connect with your audience. So, spontaneous stream, purpose, question mark, connecting with the audience. I suck. I really suck at one thing, and that is social interaction. I suck at talking with people. I suck at connecting with people, but I am a YouTuber. So I need to do these things. So I need to improve on these things. I need to train these things. I trained how I speak. I trained how I look. Although people keep asking me if I'm going to trim my beard, I want to improve it so it looks nice rather than trim it. So hopefully I'll learn how to do that someday. So I thought, okay, who exactly do I need to connect with? Who exactly am I going to increase my value with? Is it going to be with the random pro-Russian or pro-Ukrainian viewer who comes to my videos every day just to know what happens on the front line? Or is it with the people who come to watch my videos specifically because they enjoy how I narrate, my accuracy, my reputation, and who I am? I thought for sure, the ones I can increase my value the most with is the specific people who come to watch me. So how do I determine who those people are? I do that by doing a stream that isn't exactly about the war in Ukraine, but more about me. So that is why I made this spontaneous stream, to check it out. How does it go? Thanks for the update. No problem, Balalaika. Spontane today is because raise your XY, or is it because news about Ukraine? Okay, let's see. Okay, everyone, let's do a test. Let's do a test right here, right now. I'm going to edit the stream title. I'm going to change it to spontaneous. No, I'm going to change it to breaking news: Russian breakthrough in the Citadel area. That is going to be the title. I'm going to edit the thumbnail to match that. I'll take a screenshot of the exact changes on the front line. And we're going to see the concurrent viewers currently at 323. It will at the very least pass 1,000. 1,000 viewers. Let's test that right now. Okay? Let's test it right now. Now have a look at how I make thumbnails. First, we need to look at the actual updates. So we have the Telegram. We've seen some changes other than what I've reported on. We have this one from Direct Maps. We can see here at the bottom right, there's also been some advances here. And in the top left, there's also been some advances there. So I put this on my second screen so that I can watch it at the same time as I edit the map. So I can have it as accurate as possible. So the Russian forces actually managed to break through the last Ukrainian defensive line in the northwest. I need to turn up my phone volume. I'll do that later. So they managed to break through this defensive line. And they have now reached the final street. And their fighting has actually reached the Bakhmut Children's Hospital, according to Remy's latest updates. So with this, we can actually see this area becomes a gray zone. All due to the fact that the Russian forces managed to break through this defensive line. And if the Russians manage to capture the Bakhmut Children's Hospital, the western part is completely cut off. Yet the Ukrainian forces refuse to withdraw. So we actually need to add this to the recap as well. And it is also the 15th. Right here, 15:05:23 RU. And that is the source. Okay, then we have at the bottom right, we have this part right here. This whole area becomes a gray zone. And the Russian forces managed to capture most of this building, not all of it. And then these buildings here in the center, just like this. Right here. (15:05:23) RU. Right there. So we have these three advances. And then we have the eastern side and western side. They have been separated through the center with the Russian attacks here. And we see fighting by the Bakhmut Children's Hospital. So essentially, the Citadel area is being attacked from three sides. And the Ukrainian forces are now able to properly resupply these areas. However, they are under heavy fire while doing so. Then we also have this update right here. we look at it a little closer, that is the update. This guy claims clashes by the Bakhmut Children's Hospital, and Remy says, I can confirm that. Wagner advances and increases the pressure. And then we have, oh yeah, I did talk about this earlier in my Telegram. So we see here, the link to my Telegram is in the description. We see here, Russian forces hold this part of the hill and the part of forest line. And then in the next picture, we see it has become a gray zone. Then we have YouTube channels that are pro-Ukrainian, like Reporting from Ukraine, who claim, oh, the Russian forces were encircled and destroyed. However, Deep State Map is a pro-Ukrainian source, which means that they have an interest in reporting things for the pro-Ukrainians. However, they report that the Russians withdrew, and they show here on the map it has become a gray zone. This means the Ukrainians did not encircle and destroy the Russian forces. They simply withdrew. That is why it is not Ukrainian whole territory. It is a gray zone. No one is there. The Ukrainians are going to take the area, but currently they do not have it, and the Russian forces withdrew to the heights here in the back to improve their position. So we can see, like, why would Deep State Map report that they didn't encircle and destroy if that actually happened? There's no reason for that. So this is why I dislike that type of situation. Because a channel like Reporting from Ukraine, what is their value? It is not factual reporting. Here, let's add my face and remove the Telegram. It is not factual reporting. That is not what adds its value. Because we can see here, and based on multiple videos in the past, it's not factual reporting. Okay, what is it then? Is it because they are consistent? Sure, they are consistent. But what's the point if it's not factual reporting? What gives them their value is, number one, they are pro-Ukrainian. So how does our society work today? Our society is based on feelings, emotions. So if you're pro-Ukrainian and you want to watch what happens in the war, then you want to hear from someone who is pro-Ukrainian. Why? Because they will tell you what you want to hear. And the second thing is, he is Ukrainian. Then you feel sympathy with him. You want to support him. So a Ukrainian pro-Ukrainian reporting consistently every day. If it's real or not, you want to support him, so you act like it's real. Your mind turns off and you just support him regardless. The same with Denis Davidov. Pro-Ukrainian, he is Ukrainian. Doesn't matter if his reporting is factual, if it's competent, or and so on. What adds his value is that he is emotional. He adds his emotion. You can sympathize with him. I completely removed the emotion factor. I purely report based on facts. What happened, how it happened, when it happened. So my value is my consistency and my accuracy of my reports. So that is how I grow. If I started becoming emotional, if I started taking a side, then I would grow way faster, earn way more money, but my own values deny that. My values determine what I do, and my values say, I do not do this for money, I do this for accuracy, to inform the uninformed, to inform the disinformed, to remove the misuse of the general public and come out with the truth. That is why I interview people. And I've actually planned to do more interviews because I've learned. For example, my interview with a pro-Ukrainian expert, I failed at that interview because I only had 20 minutes and then I thought, okay, I'll just let him speak. That is the biggest mistake I've ever done because an interview is not allowing someone to speak. That is not an interview. That is giving someone a platform. An interview is questioning someone who speaks. I need to question the ones I invite. So that is why I haven't done an interview in a while, because I want to question. So I need to learn and improve on that point. And then I also need to find some proper guests. So these two things. So that is work in progress. At the same time, next Tuesday, the 23rd, I have 2 assignments. I have to write about 20 pages in my university homework for an exam, and I haven't started really. So I need to spend a lot of time doing that. But I keep procrastinating and doing this live stream instead. You know, the usual. All right, let's look at. Oh yeah, I need to do a thumbnail quickly. Let's just take a screenshot of this and add my thumbnail to it, or my profile picture to it. 1280 by 720. Right there. And then add it, change. Right there. File is bigger, what do you mean? How is it? Okay, I need to do my phone real quick. Okay, there we go. So, how can I make it smaller than... Okay, I need to open my picture editing software. And then I have to add the picture. And then I have to place the picture, add my profile picture, add a big fat arrow in the middle. Rotate the arrow to match it properly, place it in its correct place, right there, and then override screenshot. And now I'll add the screenshot. And then I save with the new title. Actually, Wagner Breakthrough in the Digital Area isn't the perfect one. The perfect one would be... Let's work together. Let's work together right now. So, looking at the situation, current situation, right here, right now, we see the north and the south, nothing happened. What happened is in the center. Oh yeah, the last defensive line has been breached. So breaking news, Bakhmut Endgame. Final defensive line breached. Save. All right. Now, I will give it until 9 p.m. That is when my stream ends. If let's see, before anything, I'm not going to gamble because that is haram. I'm a Muslim. I'm not going to gamble, and I cannot do a bet either. So what we'll do is, I'll, I don't know. Let's just make a deal. I'll tell you right here, right now. By the end of this stream, I will have hit 100 live viewers. That's it. That is what I'm saying. That's going to happen. Also, while I was talking, apparently, thank you very much, Abinosa, for $20 donation. Thank you very much. That I really appreciate that. And we have Rispergu with a $4.99 donation. Do you think Wagner Prigozhin has PTSD or too much stress? Honestly, I think he's just good at acting. How much percent occupies Ukraine in Bakhmut? Oh, probably like 2% or something. 1% maybe. That is, I follow your channel. I want to know the objective truth outside the propaganda of Ukrainian and Russian side. Exactly. What exam are you taking? A history and pedagogy. Basically, how to interact with children in a professional manner. I am studying to become a teacher. That is why. You have already 400, so yeah, I need another 600. Okay, so if we look at the situation right now, I need to add my viewers to 1,000. So I need to talk about the war in Ukraine. So right now I'll change from my face to the war, and then I'll tell you exactly what happened. So what happened is that the Russian forces managed to break through the final defensive line to the northwest of the citadel area, and they are now fighting by the Bakhmut Children's Hospital. So here, Bakhmut Children's Hospital is very significant. Why is that? Because the Ukrainian forces fighting here in the southwestern part, they are fighting for the final supply line. There's no connection of supplies between the citadel area and the west, except for this road that goes through the Bakhmut Children's Hospital. And if we look at the hospital buildings, we see that there are multiple high-rise buildings next to it, and we also have the hospital itself. These areas are well fortified enough for the Russians, if they manage to capture this area, to use it as a choke point for Ukrainian supplies going in and out of the area. They'll be able to launch machine gun fire, RPGs, and so on, even anti-tank gun missiles from the top of the buildings and so on from this area, which would completely stop supplies going in and out of the citadel area from the west. Then at the same time, we see that they're fighting here in the southern parts by the Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall, where if they manage to break through here in the south, they would be able to cut off the southern supply line as well. Or actually, we can argue that they probably already have, due to the distance between the southern part and the Ukrainian forces is so short, which could explain why they stopped advancing since the 10th of May. It is either because they are unable to because of Ukrainian defenses, or simply because they've already achieved their goal. So with this, we can determine that the Ukrainian forces, with the loss of Bakhmut Children's Hospital, may be completely cut off from supplies to the citadel area. There may be this final supply line right here between Ivanivske, going through the southern parts, and then connecting here to the north. However, if the Russian forces manage to break through the Children's Hospital area, cut off this road here, then they may be able to move further south, or even advance westwards and cut off the road from the southern parts. Either way, we're closing in on the end of the Bakhmut era. So looking at the situation, like if we take a look at the recap map, we can see through the months, this only dates back to January, but the war is considered to have taken since August last year. August is the 8th month, so about 9 months. So for 9 months, we've seen the Ukrainian forces constantly holding their ground. Not a single time they retreated. They're just fighting at all costs. But as soon as the Ukrainian forces start attacking, the Russian forces just withdraw. Prigozhin even said Russian forces run away from Ukrainian forces. There have even come videos, I've not seen them myself, but allegedly there are videos where Russian armored vehicles go to the front line, pick up Russian soldiers, and drives away. So that is the situation. Whenever Ukraine advances, Russians retreat. Whenever the Russians advance, Ukrainians stand their ground. You can claim it's courage. The Ukrainian forces are very courageous. But let me tell you one thing. Even if they're courageous, if they stand their ground, they're going to die. So my conclusion from this is that the Russian forces will continue to push, and they'll continue to advance. And every time there seems to be some issues, let me try and fix. All right, let's test this. Does it work now properly? Let's hope it does. But essentially, what I'm saying is that there was a donation. Let me find that. Thank you for your presentations. It is critical to look at the empirical facts and to weigh their importance, know the truth to destroy the war. Exactly, because the first step of a war is to destroy the truth. Also, 1,026 euros right now. What did I tell you? If I want to just get views, do everything, I can get it like that. The issue is I'm not working for views, I'm working for the truth. So I have to do a balance between the two. I have to work on a balance. At the same time, as I want to just do everything perfectly as everyone wants it, I also have to do it in a way where essentially people click on it. People need to click on it. They have to choose my video over all the others. People who do not know me need to click on the video. So for that to happen, I need to be appealing for new viewers. They need to click on it. They need to see it and click on it. That is why I try to improve the thumbnails and need to improve the titles and all of these things to improve. But essentially, now that viewers are here, we go from the more connecting part to the more frontline part. So as I was saying, based on this right here, we can see from my Telegram, I'll expand it a little bit. So we look at these two pictures. This is Deep State Map. Deep State Map is a pro-Ukrainian source. They receive their news from Ukrainian soldiers and from videos from the front line. They report from a Ukrainian perspective. They are Ukrainians reporting from a Ukrainian perspective for pro-Ukrainian things. What do they report on this part southwest of Ivanivsk that I just showed you, that the Ukrainians captured? They report that at the very start, the Russian forces had control over this area. They were sitting here, they had control of it. Then, they do not. The Russian forces do not have control of it. Then let me ask you a question. Do the Ukrainian forces have control over this area? Do they or do they not? According to Deep State Map, they do not. What does that mean? If someone has control of it and suddenly do not, then one of two things happen. Either they retreat or they are killed. What do pro-Ukrainians claim? They claim the Russian forces were killed. If that is the case, where are the Ukrainian soldiers? Did they die too? Or did they just kill and then go away? That doesn't make sense. They need to have control over these heights. The Ukrainians do not have control of these heights. Then I can tell you, and I promise you, the Russian forces retreated and the Ukrainians did not kill them. That is the reality of the situation.